Now I'm really curious how they did that now. Hey everyone, my name's Chris, and today I'm going to be reacting to and kind of breaking down and analyzing the new music video by The Warning for 6 Feet Deep. We're going to take a look at the video and the song itself. One of the reasons I wanted to start this channel is because I think I can provide a different kind of perspective in the reaction space, namely because I've been playing guitar since I was in high school, and then I've been in bands for the past 15 years, currently in a band called Birds of Squalor out of the St. Louis area, and going back to like 2018, I started focusing more on songwriting and song structure and what makes songs really great. As well, in my day job, I'm actually in the video production space, so I know quite a bit about videography and editing and stuff like that. So I think having a channel that analyzes music, live performances, and music videos will be a really cool thing from those two perspectives. This is not going to be some crazy, like, super deep dive necessarily. It's going to be from a higher level, but hopefully it can provide a slightly different experience for the viewers to kind of, you know, get deeper into the music and to the videos, because I think the more that somebody understands art, the more immersive and awesome it becomes. Hopefully it's something that you enjoy as well, and who knows, maybe along the way you'll pick up an instrument or a camera or both, and I think that's great, because I think that being an artist and a musician is one of the most unique things to humans. So if that inspires somebody to do something along the way, then I think that's really a fun thing. Also, disclaimer, I am not a classically trained musician, meaning that everything I know about music is self-taught over the past 15 or 20 years. So if I get something wrong, or if I call something the wrong thing, don't hate me too much for it. If you are somebody that's more classically trained, maybe just leave a comment and let me know that I was wrong so I can learn too, and we can make this more of a community type of effort. So this is all for fun. This is all for just sharing knowledge and the love for music and videos and performance and stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoy this type of reaction and can gain some value in it. Okay, so first things first, I'm not new to The Warning, so this will not be a first-time reaction to their music by any means. I found out about The Warning back in March. I actually sat down to play some guitar, and I put on their Metropolitan Theater concert and watched that and was pretty much enthralled. No, not much guitar playing got done that night. Just fell in love with all their stuff. My friends make fun of me, my bandmates make fun of me, so I'm always like, oh, The Warning, The Warning, The Warning, The Warning, and I kind of, whenever I find a band I really like, I kind of go down the rabbit hole. So yeah, I think these ladies are awesome, and they're playing rock, which I love. I'm not new to their music, so this will not be a first-time reaction there. However, I don't watch a lot of music videos because I think that their live performance, after being kind of introduced to the Metropolitan Theater, is kind of their superpower, their sweet spot. I think that's where they really shine. All right, long intro, I know, but let's get into this. Okay, we're in 4K. That's a good start. Okay, here we go. The Warning's 6 Feet Deep music video. All right, first off, we get a nice little warning here at the beginning. Good for them. Let's see, FEI, keep me fed. Oh, it's too fast. You really do have to pause it. Fed everything intelligence. Please be advised that the following music video by The Warning features exceptionally hard rock music. Viewer discretion is advised due to the powerful sound and high energy content. That's why we love The Warning. Though, that little flicker there. They really want you to pause this. The Warning is known for their raw, powerful sound and dynamic performances that push the boundaries of rock music. This video contains loud, heavy guitar riffs, thunderous drumming, and passionate vocals that may be overwhelming to some viewers. Not me. I love rock. If you have a sensitivity to loud noises or intense musical experiences, please take necessary precautions. Prepare for an electrifying and intense auditory experience. You have been warned! All right, let's go. Okay. So I'll likely probably watch through this one time, and then we'll come back through and kind of pick things apart. Love this riff. I love this riff. Evil Dead, nice. Coming on. Pissed. What if I'm selfish? Everyone else knows you're not a product of pop. Quit telling yourself this, but it's expected, 'cause you're always come back over and over again. Lost again. Froze. supposed to happen? It's a weird choice. I love horror. Horror elements are already getting me. Okay. Oh. When you're choking on my name, 'cause it's over. 6 feet deep. Evil Dead, same Mary. There we go. Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's go. Cool. All right, so I'm like a massive horror fan, so this is already like tickling my fancy. It's clearly like based on the 80s kind of stuff, so that's kind of great that they've got that kind of nostalgia built into the oh, they're the ghosts. That's digital. And 80s as these can be. All right. Well done, ladies. Okay, so and they have credits. Nice. Okay, always watch the credits. You guys use involved. There's probably a lot of people. So a lot to break down here first. I think I know what they're trying to say. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. So we have our little warning thing here at the beginning. And then as we found out with Que Mas Quieras, is that you really got to pay attention to the little Easter eggs and things they put in there. So we might break this down fairly frame by frame just to kind of catch some of the things that they have going on here. Plus it just kind of goes by so fast that there's some cool VFX and then like little just tricks that they're doing that I think really make this video pop. Okay, so first things first, I think that it's probably still daytime out when they're doing this shot, and then that this moon is digital. So they probably did a sky replacement. My guess is that they used a mask, which what they'll do is they'll put a little like line across. I did a perfect edge here with the house. So they'll be able to they'll basically follow there and cut this into 2 images, and they probably faded it in this area a bit. Looks like there's like a little garage over here where the sun might be hiding behind. Otherwise, it's just backlighting. And I could be wrong. This could be a nighttime shot that they're blasting light at the house with just a very blue light. But I think this is a day for night shot, and then that this moon is 100% digital, and they did a sky replacement using this line as kind of where they did the mask, and they probably feathered it in here somewhere. Feathering being like the cutting between 2 shots, you kind of blend them together a little bit, so the cut's not as noticeable between the 2 separate images. But they do have some nice cloud work there too. That helps kind of seal the reality of it actually being there and not digital. Obviously, this demon that they're going in to exorcise is kind of sitting there in the house behind these glass like little pane window things. And he's kind of watching them, and then the camera pans down to, and look at that. They got a little bug in the background. So that's intentional for sure. So, all right, so right there, this house number that begins to fade out is 0628, which is June 28th, the day the album came out. Good call. And I don't know if that's real, though. That's probably digital and it's tracked in. I bet that's digital and they tracked it in. Tracking meaning that it's a digital asset they put on to the house after in post-production, and they tracked it in, so that way as this camera movement staying down, it doesn't move with the camera, because if you were just to put the digital asset in the frame and move the camera, it would go down with the frame. So it's probably tracked in, unless it's a real sign. My bet is that it's digital, though. Especially that little flicker, they definitely want to call you out. That's what caught my eye. So they definitely want you to notice that. So my guess is that's digital. And then it fades out, or blurs out a little bit faster than everything else too. So my guess is that's definitely digital, because realistically, this window and this window over here next to the door should be blurring at the same time this little digital asset does. And then obviously you got your shot here, your hero shot. They're looking up at him. He's looking down at them. This obviously is going to play later into what they're kind of saying into the video, but they're coming to like take him on, or it on. And then they've got the 6 feet deep VHS going into the VHS video camera, which is awesome. And then this little mat here, it says Dream. They got the little candle set up for their seance, or their exorcism, I should say, on the rug. Cool. Dream. Also, maybe a callback to Nightmare on Elm Street because of the dream aspect in that. We got one camera pointed at the door, and then here you can clearly see they put this picture up with something that used to be on the wall, much bigger picture. So, and the riff starts, and I wonder. Oops. Wonder if the voice of the monster here is Rudy, because he's done a lot of cool things with them before. It notices because they're playing. And then we do this cool Sam Raimi effect, which he kind of started with Evil Dead back in the day. And it's, you know, become pretty popular in cinematography, videography, and especially in horror and stuff like that, to kind of copy that. And you just take the camera and it gives kind of the monster's perspective, like it's POV. And I'm also thinking that this monster took a longer route than it should have, because I think if he would have cut through this little area here, he could have got to the door faster. But they probably needed it to, you know, last longer for the shots. So they took the longer route. And this door seems much bigger than it did earlier too. I don't know if they would have done a bunch of carpentry necessarily, but unless this is a different door. But this looks like the door that he comes in through, and it looks much smaller than it does when they do the bust open shot, which I don't know why they would necessarily do carpentry to extend the door, but you can definitely see that there's a split down the middle there. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. And then he busts into the room and everything starts flying, so they're taking him on. And I love it. And they show him on the camera, kind of like the, you know, the ghost looks with the heat vision, the IR, the infrared. That's interesting. They did the same kind of camera flip in the MTV performances that they just released. What we got on the TV here? Got the three girls, obviously. GoldenEye. I don't know which one that is. I got some older films and stuff. Oh, and look at this. We got 6 feet deep here. And, as we all know, they've got the Guitar Hero, or rock band stuff here. The rock band stuff, which is how they all got their start. That's great. But they got the 6 feet deep little thing here. Got a candle holder. And then just some more kind of kids stuff around. They've got 3 little notebooks on the bottom floor here, so that's probably all of them coloring in front of the TV. So she notices it's in the room, and it's actually kind of crazy. They got child actors who kind of resemble them a little bit. And then we got Allie playing bass in her room. Dude just throws her drums. So this, I'm fairly certain what they did with this knife is it's completely digital. They added it in post entirely, and they probably they probably had that scored ahead of time, and then unless that person's holding it and they just had a CG hand, they just painted over. She just has the best faces. And then this part, so this thing is clearly grabbing her bass guitar and trying to steal it away from her. I don't know if this is green screen or not. Let's see what her hair looks like. Oh, it's a little sash, okay. I don't think this is wire work. I think this is probably guys in green suits, and they're painting them out. Because with how it's moving like that, you can't really get wires to necessarily move like that easily. And then how she gets picked up, it doesn't look like wires. Usually wires have like a little bit more of like a, I guess, gradual feel. Plus, like having a young actress do wire work is, you know, maybe not the best idea. And especially with how her legs lift. My guess is I don't think it's a wire shot. Yeah, I don't think that's wires. I think they have 2 or 3 guys in green suits, and they're painting them out. They're chroma keying them out, and they're painting them out and replacing the shot with what's underneath, basically. I don't know. Let's see if they have a VFX breakdown of this. They don't usually do VFX breakdowns for music videos, but maybe they have one out there. It's more of a film thing. But my guess, especially with how her legs lift up, there's probably somebody grabbing the bass guitar at the top there, and the top up in this area. Somebody else is probably grabbing her around the waist or so, and then somebody else is over here grabbing her legs. Because I don't think it's a wire shot. And you can kind of see some funkiness going on here where I think it's green screen. Plus, if they're shooting this on site, getting a wire rig in there is going to be damn near impossible. So I don't think this is a set. I think it's a real house. I think this is green screen. They're not doing wire work, especially with a 7-year-old or whatever. And then this, once again, I think that they already have the shut up scored there. I think that's already there. And I think that they're cutting, I think the knife's completely digital, unless they're doing the same technique and somebody's cutting it, and they're painting him out too, like they did in Ale's shot. But I don't think this is digital. I think this is actually on set. And that, especially with that shadowing there, they would have to basically replace that in post if somebody was actually cutting it. So I think the knife's 100% digital. Plus, they have Christmas lights behind it, so I think that's physically there, and they have Christmas lights on the other side of the wall, kind of shining through to make it pop and look more demon-y. And then the girl playing Allie is doing a great job. She's probably the best actress of the younger ones. And this is just so sad. I hate seeing music instruments broken. Like, I know that like Nirvana and The Who blew them up and smashed them all the time and stuff, but I just hate it. It's like, I know that they need it for the video. At least it's, captured in time, but it's just always so sad to see music instruments get broken. Oh, he's got a cool little... She's got a cool little chain on her bass guitar. Nice aesthetic. And then they have some box work here on wires. Yeah, they've got wires attached to the boxes, and they're just pulling those, and I think they do a little bit of that more here in a minute. He's just like, can't deal with the sound. I wonder if that's why he was messing with them, because he just wanted to be a dead ghost, a demon, and they just had all their loud instruments when they were kids, and they're just back to haunt him. Maybe that's why with the ending, that they're the ghosts, because they're actually the ones that are haunting him. No, I don't think that based on what they're saying in this, but that's funny. And look at that. So they have their in-ears in, their monitors. So they play to a click live, so they have their in-ears in, which is weird because, like, even when we shot our music video, we had the song playing in the background that we just played to, and you just kind of fake it. And that way the camera audio syncs up with the actual track, so in post-production it's easier to edit, so it matches up better. But they've got their in-ears in, which is weird. So either they've got their in-ears with the music playing because they're used to it, and then they've got a live track, or we'll see how well this all matches up. I didn't really see anything, not necessarily match up performance and audio wise, but I wonder if, those are just used to it. Wonder why they're doing that. And then poor Danny's sitting there writing the lyrics. And this is just a basic fire effect. This is on set probably, and they're just using butane because it'll light up and then it'll burn away but not burn anything else. And then what's that say? You Danny? Ooh, Danny? Something Danny? Could be can't. Yeah, there's an apostrophe up here, unless that's the Y. It's either something Danny or you can't. It's probably you can't, but it might be Danny. And I think this wall might be fake too, because this doesn't match all that over there. And that white strip has clearly been removed. So I think this wall's fake, probably for the gag. With the gag being the fire. Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's I'm gonna say it says you can't based on what the music video is trying to say. And then obviously they've got the leaf blowers blowing everything around the room, which that would have a lot of onset noise, so maybe that's why they have the in-ears too, is because the track is going to be harder to hear from the musician's point of view if they've got a bunch of leaf blowers going, so the in-ears might help with that too. So that could be a real world reason why they have their in-ears in. Danny has a chain too. I wonder if they're all chained down. I wonder, yeah, well, if that makes sense, because Ali got pulled up, so the chains would keep him from being able to pull him up. I wonder if they all have chains. And this is cool too. I don't know how they're doing. I mean, on this I know how they're doing this, but on the live one, when everything starts kind of sticking to him, I'm not sure how they do that. But now they're kind of, you know, smothering him with their childhood and kind of, you know, making him be suffocated. And I love this look, just so much intensity. Like, we got you, we got you. So on these shots where it's sticking to him, like on the real actor, they're either hitting him and freeze framing it, or they're putting two cuts together, or it could be a digital fly-in and then the object's already there. It could already be there and they're doing a digital fly-in, because I don't think they'd be able to get a match cut that perfectly of throwing it, cutting, and then sticking it on exactly in the same spot. I mean, you could, but it'd take some time. And now they can see him, so they can kind of attack him, so he can't run, and he's smothered in their childhood that, you know, he attacked and kind of took away. Like, you know, obviously they have the power now. 'Cause it's over. So we have Rear Window, nice, Stephen King. The Manchurian Candidate, kind of a horror movie. 6 años, so 6 years, and then obviously the last one is 6 feet deep. And this shot here is another one of those Sam Raimi shots. He uses it a lot for things flying through the air, where he tracks it. You just basically put it on a stick and the camera, and it's attached to the camera, and you just move the camera, and then you'll just remove the stick in post, whether it's green screen or you paint it out. And when I say painting it out, somebody's going through frame by frame in either After Effects or Blender or some kind of CG software, and they're actually going through frame by frame and removing that. If you ever use Photoshop, something similar to that, but it's frame by frame. So this shot I'm kind of curious about too. So this is one of two things. One is that a back fall is one of the hardest things for a stunt performer to do, because you don't just want somebody falling on their back. But with how he's got this costume on, they can obviously put pads on his back, so it's not as bad. There's this little jitter here. But I'm wondering if this is 2 shots together or just one, because there's this little jitter when he hits the ground. It's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you on Drunk Danny? Yeah, did you see that little, like the little waver there? My guess is that's 2 shots cut together. I'm wondering if that's 2 shots together. One of him falling, and then one of him, because they had a pad on the false floor, and then they had to remove that pad, so he's actually on the floor, and they kind of match cut it together with the previous take. So then that's why that jitter's there. They did one shot with just the girls playing, and then maybe him falling, and now they're doing a separate shot with him sinking into the ground. So he's 6 feet deep, right, on this little elevator they have. Ooh, I didn't see that the first time. The floor's moving. Deep, I'll be seeing you underground. So that is either 2 takes together, and they had to roto out his take where he's on the ground here. Let me find if I... So whenever this floor starts moving, and it's taking some of this stuff with it, this is either a green screen as well here, and they just had to remove it, and it's got the stuff on it that's getting dragged down with him. Like there's a green screen attached to this rug, and they just remove the green screen in post, and then it has some of the stuff on it. Or these are 2 different shots entirely, and they are, which we already said he was on green screen, so it's probably 2 separate shots for sure. So I wonder if there's a green screen basically here, or they're using like a cheesecloth or something kind of invisible that has some of that stuff on there. So that's a really cool effect there, that, you know, you're mainly looking at him, but then to see that stuff kind of fall in is a really cool effect to kind of add to it all. So interesting. Now I'm really curious how they did that now. And then see that, and on that shot, that top-down shot, it's not moving. The floor isn't moving. See how the floor wasn't moving on that shot? And I love this. This is straight out of Nightmare Before Elm Street. Whenever Johnny Depp dies, this is the first or the second one, and he gets pulled into the mattress. I probably shouldn't cut to this because there's a lot of blood, but he gets pulled into the mattress, and then a bunch of blood shoots out towards the ceiling. And then obviously this effect, real easy. These are two different shots. One's on a green screen, and one's obviously the live shot. So they filmed the girls here in one shot, and they did another one where this top area is actually the floor, and then they're dropping clothes onto it from high, and then they just flipped it in post, put this shot in here, and then they combined the two shots, removed the green screen, and then boom, you've got this perfect shot. Yep, awesome music video. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of their music videos. This song stuck out to me even like whenever I first heard it, and then yeah, they had to make a cool music video for it, of course. And this, obviously, this awesome ending with showing them the reveal that they're the ghosts, or they are also ghosts, or whatever. But yeah, that's awesome. So once again, another easy shot. You just put the girls in green screen suits, and then just remove it in post. So I don't think those are digital guitars, so yeah, the lighting would be too hard to match. So I think they're just in green screen suits, and they just removed them in post. So they just shot two plates. So one plate is just the room. They probably had the camera movement the same exact in both. One plate's just the room, and the other plate's the girls wearing the guitars. Take out the green screen, combine those both in post, layer on layer, and then boom, you get this composited shot. And then the glass breaking is 100% digital. So yeah, great concept too. I think what they're saying basically is that, you know, the haters can't keep them down anymore, that nobody has power over them, the demons, as it were. They picked on them when they were kids and stuff like that, and they tried to take away their instruments or whatever. I don't think that's true necessarily for them, that people were trying to take away their instruments, but, you know, telling them they can't, obviously having that rug earlier in the video say dream, and that's what the thing gets sucked into. So, you know, it's like, hey, we're gonna, you know, you can't take away our dreams. That's what we're fighting you with, is our dreams. It was telling them to shut up, and you can't, I'm pretty sure is what that said. And that's just kind of like a letter to their haters, like many of the songs on Keep Me Fed is. So I think that's more or less the idea for the music video. And then yeah, the cool little reveal about them being the ghosts too. It's like either they, you know, I don't know. I think it's just a cool ending. I'm not sure if it has any really meaning behind it other than just being a cool, you know, M. Night Shyamalan type of ending. So let me know what you think, if I got anything wrong, if I missed any Easter eggs, because like I said, I watched the Que Mas Quieras video, and that one had tons of Easter eggs in it and little things. I had to watch that one like 2 or 3 times to fully get it. This one's a little bit more obvious, but there's still tons of Easter eggs and stuff in there. So yeah, I think it's great. Maybe I will have to go back and watch some more of the Warnings music videos, because that was awesome. Now that's 2 for 2. All right, let's analyze the actual music itself now. So now let's dive into the music side of things.